Welcome to the Word with Kevin Klanger. Today I'm going to be talking about engagement. I think I think success is a process and it's a journey and it's actually a decision. So let me explain further. What is engagement? I'm saying my context is we need to learn to really get involved in the process if we want change in our life. What do I mean get involved in the process? I'm saying you're believing God for this and that. You're believing God for change and you're doing absolutely nothing. That's what you're going to get. Nothing. So when you have a vision and a dream, why don't you plan that vision and dream? Write it down. Write it down and then go to the next step. Let me give you an example. Before we came to Lomboshala, I was just saying, God, it's time for us to find a place of our own and that is conducive so we could do this and that without, being disturbed and so I wanted a conducive environment for me to be able to do whatever it is that I'm doing with ministry, where people come here for camp and so forth. And so I needed a place. And then when God spoke to me, he said, he placed it in my heart. And then the next thing I went out and I looked for the place. And then we found the place. And the next thing is now we're believing God for the finances. And we were praying. So there was a prayer petition. And the next instruction required a lot of faith where God literally said, wake up today, go and get that thing, go and pay something. And I had nothing. And then God just worked out a miracle. But in all of this, I was engaging because I was following the instructions of whatever God wanted me to do. And part of engagement is to follow through. So there's step one. You ask and you've asked God for help, and then he gives you he answers you by telling you to do this and that, and then you do that. So you're already engaging. Or you believe in God for, I want to lose weight, and then you have to have a plan. I'm going to cut down on this and that, and then when I cut down on this and that, I'm not going to be doing this and that, and then you engage, you allow that plan to follow through, and when you do that, you're already involved in that change that you want to see. So it's very important for you to engage on the process. Don't sit there and complain and look for excuses, because that's not going to happen. Nothing is going to happen when we don't engage. So I just wanted to encourage us to be involved in and to take steps. Whenever there's change, there are going to be steps that we're going to take. And probably the step that you need to take is to start reading the Bible and to start to believe the Word of God, what it says. And probably you're a very negative thinking person, and then that's one of the things you need to work on, to just surround yourself with the right people and to and, and to cut down on certain things so that you can move forward. So all of this process is very, very, very intentional. Success is intentional, and it takes planning, and it takes you, then there's the planning part, and then there's the action part. So maybe then be able to follow through the plans that we've written down, and that's the way we start to move in faith.